Boom.
I'm sideways because I'm a bad bitch.
What?
Wait, do we agree
I
to
said
start
I'm
like
sideways
this?
because I'm a bad bitch. When do
Wait,
we ever
is
agree
this-
on how we start?
Is this your way of coming out to us? Like, are you
How's it
admitting
going, y'all? How y'all doing?
completely dodged the question? All right.
Yeah, because I know what the fuck you talking about. I ain't about to waste my time on that.
That's fair, actually. That's a lesson we all could probably learn at this point.
If it don't need attention, don't give it.
I guess.
Welcome back, you
Bring us in.
guys. Welcome back to You've Been Served, where my feet don't ever make any sense because George haven't tainted to them yet.
Well, I mean,
My feet are tired, bro. Help me.
Get your feet off the screen.
Oh, now you mad at my feet?
I've never liked feet.
He doesn't like to share.
Oh my gosh.
I hate you guys with a passion. I hope you all get Toro in the morning.
I would never kink shame. All right. For example, when I'm on Pornhub, my favorite tag is Big Booty Latinas.
Are you saying that big booty Latinas are your kink?
Maybe. I think
Like
so. I'll admit.
Is it just only big booty Latinas? Like that's it? That's your thing? That's what.
You know what? I like big booty ebonies too. I go through a mood. It's like what do I want to watch today? Also like massages, showers. Like them Noru porn scenes, they hit different.
Wait, what?
The Noru porn scenes, they hit different. Yeah, I feel a little better.
What you're talking about?
Oh, you acting like you a saint.
He just doesn't like Latinas.
True, George is into the white.
I'm into all kinds of races.
How are y'all doing?
Oh.
I don't even know how we got this far.
I don't know.
It started with porn.
Wait, what you into, Rob?
No, I'm all right. How are you guys? How are you guys doing?
I'm good. A little sore. First day at the gym yesterday.
I heard you went back to the gym, Chris.
Yeah.
How was that?
Nobody had their mask on. I was over there sporting my little Stitch mask, all happy.
Oh, Stitch.
That is cute.
I was super happy in there, and people took their fucking mask off. I was like, what the fuck?
To be honest, I thought it was a little weird because, I figured you're going to have to keep your mask on, but it's kind of hard to breathe when you got the mask on, and unless you have the mask that has, like, the ventilators.
Yeah, it's a bitch to breathe, but honestly, it's a great cardio workout while you're not doing any cardio.
Exactly.
Honestly,
Exactly.
It's limiting that oxygen supply.
Don't think that's your cardio. It's not the same thing.
I know it's not. I know it's not the same thing. I still get my cardio.
It's building endurance.
Okay.
But endurance, yes. But I will say
it's building endurance and oxygen intake.
That getting a full workout within an hour is hard as fuck. I don't know how people do it. I couldn't do it. Like,
so wait. Sorry, hold on. You're saying within? So like, were you given a time slot of an hour, or did you just try and do it within an hour?
No, you only get a time slot of an hour. You have to reserve your spots.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know that's what was happening.
Wow.
Yeah. So I reserved an 8 o'clock time slot, and they closed it up at 9 o'clock. I was kind of pissed, but it was still a bitch to fucking get a workout in. I noticed some people weren't cleaning the weights down, so I had a little hand sanitizer bottle on me too, just in case. Grab them.
Damn.
Don't touch my face.
Smart.
Gotta do all that
crazy.
Nice.
People at the gym not caring about the Rona.
They really don't. They have their mask on outside and they're just waiting, but like when they go in, completely off.
Damn, we just gonna make that make sense. Okay, you can work out your body, but not your immune system. I feel it.
Yep.
I kind of feel like some people who are like very healthy or very active feel like, oh well, I'm so healthy that I can handle anything. I don't need to wear a mask, because I've seen this happen before with people who are at the gym, where they don't take care of themselves like that.
Yeah, like they don't gotta worry about it.
Well,
let me get your guys' thoughts. I mean, I figure we can go in depth with the gym and everything, but with everything else opening back up, like restaurants, I think even movie theaters are starting to open back up. Of course, gyms and whatnot. What do you guys think? Like, what are your thoughts? Like, you think it's too soon? Do you think it's, we should try at one point, try and get things back going again, or should we wait for the second wave to see how things go? What are your thoughts?
Drive-in movie theaters are open. I can do that.
That's true.
That's tolerable.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
I'll do that.
That's tolerable. Anything else? Why?
I think maybe the states did open up a little too early, and it's just because, the South was pushing for it.
Yeah.
And, I mean, everything the South... I'm just going to fuck around and just say something stupid to piss people off, but everything the South does, is wrong. And kind of
you talking about the crackers?
Yeah.
I mean, on the bright side, I don't think anybody from the South listens to us, so I think we're okay.
That's fair. That's very fair. We got more Indian listeners than anybody else.
He's right.
I love you guys. Appreciate y'all. Y'all should tell us who's your favorite thus far. All right.
True.
If they even know what we're saying. All right, so opening back up.
So opening back up. Chris, you gave us your input about the gym and how it's kind of weird. Ty, you're saying that as long as, for movie theaters, as long as it's a drive-in, you're down, but you're not going back to an actual movie theater yet?
No, I'm not.
No? Okay, that's fair. Robert, what are your thoughts?
I have more to answer. I just want to hear Robert.
Robert, you go first. We'll come back.
No, I mean, I'm pretty sure I'll agree with what you guys have to say. I don't think that everything the South does is wrong, Chris. But I do, and I think that there is pressure in California as well. It's not just the South to reopen. Yeah. But I just think it's a mistake. I think we're risking lives, and at the end of the day, there isn't a whole lot that's worth more than people's lives. So I'd rather see the economy crash than see people die. That's what I'm concerned about, is that we're going to see just more people die.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Facts. Big facts.
It's to the point now where my grandfather, he don't let me go. He don't let me say hi to him unless I have on a mask.
Yeah. Well, you gotta let him know it's not just the mask. Like, you gotta make sure you wash your hands. That's smart.
I mean,
whatnot.
Yeah. No, I'm not offended by it, because like every time I go over there, he's always like, "Oh no, like I love you, but we can't hug and stuff like we used to anymore." I'm like, I understand. He told me today, he's like, "You know the difference between me and you? You young, I'm dead." I'm like, huh?
What? Who am I talking to?
I'm like, wow, that got dark real fast. All right.
Very well.
I don't even know if I should be here.
He's telling the truth, though. He's telling the truth.
He is. He's telling a big truth, and he's acting like this because if I remember correctly, his 36-year-old cousin, she passed away from the coronavirus.
Oh
shit.
So ever since that, like, he's always taken it serious, but after that, he's like, nah. Like, y'all, if y'all come in this house, y'all gonna have to be clean, like Lysol clean.
Mm-hmm.
Like 99.9% clean, is we know that Lysol kills coronavirus, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Well, the first one.
It makes a lot of sense. Like, the elderly are more prone to, to die from it. It's been attacking more than, so it's just stopping that spread as much as possible is what we're trying to do. It's not so much of us. Like, if we get sick from it, probably not the worst thing. I think we'll be okay. We'll fight it off. Like, we have young, healthy immune systems for the most part. We'll be fine, but it's the spreading part which is the worst part.
So that shit is a bitch.
Yeah.
Like what's his name? I can't think of the comedian's name. It's something Hughley. He did a stand. He was doing a skit, like a real basic stand up one day, and he passed out on stage because he had the no symptoms version of the coronavirus. Like, he was asymptomatic, like no symptoms at all. It was just silently hurting him. And then when he did find out about it, he put himself on a 14-day quarantine. Like, him passing out was him catching it on time. and he passed out in the middle of a skit. It was crazy.
I did hear about that, which was crazy. But I do wonder if, I mean, that's because ideally you would know even before you pass out, you know? Mm-hmm. It makes me wonder who he could have passed it on to, or who any of us could pass it on to if we don't know. Because there's probably at least a good couple of days there where before he passed out, he was like, I'm fine, you know? And that's not his fault, but it just sucks.
Yeah.
True.
Now I understand why there's like testing facilities like every other block.
So hold on, back to the reopening. We got a little off track about the coronavirus. Back to the reopening, you know.
Yeah.
So as far as you guys think, it's a little too soon to reopen things, a little not too soon.
It's too soon.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Robert?
It's way too soon.
Yeah.
Like I would argue that the best time to start reopening things, which would have to be in small steps, like very small steps, would be as soon as we are like moments away from finding a vaccine.
Yeah.
Next year.
And not right. But meanwhile, where scientists are still like studying and stuff, and we're just out partying and whatnot, like that's only going to make their jobs harder. So it's like, while all this is happening, it's like we're only destined to have the second wave of coronavirus outbreaks, which has been all over the news right now. Yeah. And it's only going to make those people working on a vaccine feel more pressure. And it's like, no, we should just stay our asses at home, stick to getting our essentials. If anybody want to drink, we can be drinking like how we doing right now. I mean, wait a minute. I don't got beer, but I got this. Some Stella
classy shit.
I got some Stella Rosa. So
see, I only drink when I accomplish things.
Yeah, so you never drink.
Yeah. Not all the time. Not all the time. Only when I accomplish things or finish, projects. As you can see, I got a new color.
Oh yeah,
Sherwin-Williams.
Yeah. I mean, I've never seen inside your house, period. But that's nice.
It's just a big fuck you to George.
You went to Home Depot, didn't you?
My parents went to Home Depot. I didn't mind.
Tell your parents they're gonna have to go back in 3 months to redo it, because it's gonna fade.
That's okay.
Guess what?
That's okay.
I'm not getting you paint.
That's okay. I still have some left over. I'll just redo it.
And you're
gonna get paint from my car?
Huh?
And you're gonna go back in another 3 months.
That's fine. That's fine.
Well, I think Ty said that with everything going on, all these cases, like there's even more pressure to find the vaccine. But it's like if people were to see it as it's a scientific thing that needs to be cured instead of a political thing, and people want to make it about politics when it's not. Politics have a way of finding their way into all kinds of different things.
Which is weird.
Which is, more stuff we have going on, and, on many different grounds. So, next thing on our topic was Judge Roberts and some of his ruling that just happened, a couple of weeks ago. I know the big one that I'm actually kind of happy about. Well, I'm happy about a lot of different decisions, but the one I'm really happy is the DACA.
Said it like a true white man. Said it like a true white man.
That's funny. DACA. I was thinking the exact same thing, Chris. I was like, it's DACA.
Good.
It's DACA.
All right, and you say like a true Mexican.
DACA. Actually, why would it be DACA?
DACA.
Why would it be DACA?
I don't know. That's just how people say it. There's not really a good reason for us to.
Did you not see what the acronym's for?
Yeah, no, we've seen it.
There's no Spanish. It's always Spanish. So get out of here, you wanted the ass fucking. Oh,
DACA.
It's DACA.
I don't know. It's
not done in Spanish, so why would it be DACA?
No, it's just nobody says it like that. Chris, am I wrong?
No. Nobody says DACA.
Say it like that.
Who?
What are you talking about? There's a lot of people.
Who says DACA?
Who says like DACA?
DACA, everybody.
Where?
Robert says it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not a great example, though.
It's not done in Spanish, so I don't know why you're taking ownership of that. So, fuck you. Listen, bitch, you may have grown up in the fucking hoods of South Central, so you think you're more Mexican, but I grew up at the border right there by my backyard, so fuck you.
I'm pretty sure he grew up in Mexico, but...
Hey, Stella Rose is made in Italy.
Huh?
Stella Rose is made in Italy.
No shit, Sherlock.
No shit.
I didn't know that. Damn, get off my case. Damn.
Yeah, and to defend Ty, I wouldn't have guessed that either. I kind of would have expected it to be made in a cheaper place.
Bitches.
The only reason I know is because my mom's had it before, so that's the reason I know. But
I thought I had a different pronounce.
Well, whoop-de-doo, sir. Must be nice to have a mom.
Well, all right then. All right.
You've talked about your mom before. Where did she go?
Seriously.
Where did she go?
Ty, you fessing up to something?
No,
Just out of nowhere, your mom just gone or what? You talked about it just the other day.
I ain't seen her in a while. Damn.
Take it from here, please.
No, I can try. I think Chris would be the natural choice, but I'll do my best.
Okay.
I heard about the DACA ruling, or DACA, ruling.
Yeah, whatever.
And no, I'm really glad because it's something I personally have been in support of for a long time, and I really did not think that the Supreme Court, with the judges that it has now, that it was going to stay upheld.
Yeah.
And the other thing was the anti-discrimination against LGBTQ people. You can't fire them because they are LGBTQ. There has to be a legitimate reason.
Yep.
Which is something that seems
a big win.
So fucking common sense, right?
I was gonna say, I don't know how that became.
It should be so obvious. And we shouldn't even need that ruling, but I'm glad that we have it, because again, it's one that I didn't think we were going to get with the judges that we have right now.
Yeah. So here's a big thank you to Gorsuch and Roberts on that one, two conservative judges that sided with the liberals.
Yeah.
Gorsuch sent a big fuck you to Trump, here's my fuck you to Trump, but but yeah, man, I mean, I'm actually really happy about that one, and with the DACA decision, but I prefer, if anything, I'm more happy with the LGBTQ rights one, because they literally interpreted that from a 1964 Civil Rights Act.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you look at the text itself, like, none of it states like what should and shouldn't be discriminated against. It literally just says you shouldn't discriminate against like people of certain races and stuff like that, even sex. All right, cool. But if you give that law to a textualist, which was Scalia, which is supposed to be also Gorsuch and Kavanaugh, and say fucking Thomas and Roberts even.
Yeah, Robert.
They completely went the other way around and sided with Stevens, RBG, fucking Sotomayor, and Kagan. So, I was really happy about that. I'm like, holy shit, something good is actually coming out of the Supreme Court, and they're finally starting to realize that Trump is just a fucking idiot. But then Gorsuch turned around and said, nah, we'll give you one decision, but I'm gonna fuck around and say no for DACA. So I'm just like, really, dude? But other than that, thank you, Robert and Roberts out there.
You're all
DACA.
We live to serve.
Yeah.
But now all we need is a decision in Congress to give us the Dreamers Act, so that we can actually, so that they can actually have a route to residency and then hopefully citizenship. Because right now it's just you're temporary.
Yeah, I think that's a huge problem, because I know quite a few people that are on the DACA, and I think it's a huge issue because you have to renew it every 3 years, right? And so it's like you're constantly on the edge of like feeling like you could be deported, Yeah. I can't imagine how awful it must be to live like that consistently every day, knowing, hey, I may not be here in 3 years, even though you grew up your entire life here. That seems completely unfair to me.
Yeah. And
so actually,
it sucks, dude, because
you just brought up. Oh, go, Chris, go.
Oh, sorry. Because you're supposed to renew it like 2 or 3 months prior to it expiring, and if you don't, there's a huge chance under this administration that you're going to lose it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I was going to say. Thank you, Chris. One thing, since you brought up deportation, was one thing that I feel really bad was, there's a lot of cases of men, and I think even a few women who were prior military. They came to the United States as kids, brought by their parents, of course, had no choice, and were given this lie, I guess you can say, of, if you join the military, you fight for the United States, you give your 4, 6, 20 years, however long it is, you'll become a United States citizen, which, I feel like that's fair. You fight you serve for however many years it is, regardless if it's the bare minimum or more. You get to become a citizen. I feel like that's fair.
If anything, it's more than fair. I think that we're asking people to risk their lives.
Yeah.
So
and that all that means is you're within the same rulings as everybody else as the United States citizens. Don't get in trouble. You'll be fine. Regardless, there's many other cases, but a lot of these men and women got deported when they found out the government found out that they were not U.S. citizens, and they got deported going back to a country that they didn't grow up in. They knew nothing about because they left at such a young age.
Right.
So that really sucks. There's so many other cases that are terrible, but I feel like that sucks. Like you gave your life for the country that you're in for however many years it was, and now you're being told to go back to where a place that you never even been to, or you don't even remember. So it's very sad. Very sad to hear those cases.
Yep.
Ty, any ideas? Any thoughts? I don't want to leave you. I don't want to leave you out, buddy.
Y'all said a lot of shit.
Which is true. We did.
Y'all said a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't know all this was going on. I'm just at Starbucks flipping frappuccinos, and then I come to y'all, and I know more shit than I ever knew before in my life.
It's a nice little call.
Ty was still in this. I get it. I understand. I get it.
With the little flex. There you go. Ooh, Robert, I see you.
Callback though, Ty.
What callback?
Flipping frappuccinos.
Hey. Man, but we just now on the road to giving gay people, lesbian people, bi people, and the list goes on, equal rights as a regular human being.
No,
that's sad.
It's a stepping stone.
Yeah. Well, I think we can make the argument that black people still don't have that.
That too.
So I'm not shocked, unfortunately.
Yeah. That's sad, bro. And then you have to renew your green card too?
Well, yes, you do have to renew your green card after 5 years, but here's the thing. After 5 years, you can apply to be a citizen. A lot of people don't, and some can't. But the ones that don't do it are just because they don't know that they could become a citizen. And the ones that can't are because they have felony charges that if they try to become a citizen, they could get it taken away and deported.
That's crazy. I'm almost mad at myself for being this ignorant.
It's also important to note that a green card is different than DACA or DACA or however you want to pronounce it.
DACA.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't.
DACA's
If you have DACA, you don't necessarily have a green card.
Yeah, but work permit.
Wild.
Yeah, and they defer your deportation hearing.
Okay.
Yeah.
But still, that's stupid.
Exactly.
Why can't we just live in a world with no Trump laws?
Well, if you live
with no Trump laws, why we can't just no Trump walls either or Trump laws? Why we can't just it's the United States of America, bro? Why we can't just be united? Let the people come in and out as they please, bro. You want to start a life here? Start a life.
Here's the thing.
It has been built on a broken system, and it just has been like that for.
Man, this country broke as fuck. God.
Yeah. Well,
Can't disagree with that.
This country is broke. Goodness. How'd the conversation go earlier that I was having with somebody? Somebody was telling me it's crazy how Americans are like, we're deporting Mexicans and stuff like that and killing Mexicans when it's like we low-key took their land. And I'm just like, well, technically, we took their land from people who also took land from Native Americans. But I mean, there was still a lot of land taking going on, which doesn't make any of this right. But still, this is some twisted shit. I'm just like, this is crazy, bro. I just want to live in a place that's fair, equal, and happy. And why is that so much to ask for?
American hypocrisy, man. They love our labor. They hate us.
Right. This is a little bit off topic, but like I just found out that Juneteenth is the actual celebration of Texas being abolishing slavery because they were 2 years late. And I look, he make jokes about it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, damn, how y'all 2 years late to a whole national decision? Like, could you imagine the slaves when they got the news?
Here's the thing, you know how people are always saying the Lone Star State and Texas could literally become its own country?
Yeah.
They were considering seceding from the Union.
Good luck.
So that's why they were so late. Lone Star State.
Crazy.
It is what it is, man.
That's crazy. All them poor slaves.
You know, it happens, Ty. A lot of people are late to, the gathering. A lot of people are late to, what they're supposed to be doing. Or at least
can't compare that shit to a gathering.
It's probably look what happened at Trump's rally just like the other day, bro.
That was a good transition.
Can you repeat it for me, George? Because you cut out just at the end there.
A lot of people are late, man. A lot of people are late. It's probably all the people late to the Trump rally that just happened the other day. There was supposed to be 800,000 people. There was only 6,000.
Oh gosh, that's hilarious, man.
I think the fucking cherry on top of that.
I said something earlier, and I was like, "Oh, that's a perfect transition." But we were still in the middle of the conversation. I was like, "Maybe I can bring it back." And then you brought this, so I was like, "Maybe I can work with it."
It worked.
And it worked.
You're welcome.
You guys liked it?
Black people, please don't be mad at George for transitioning during us talking about Juneteenth. Please don't be mad.
To be honest, I didn't want to stop you. Because I thought it's something valid of talking. I would love to continue, but because we have other stuff we have to talk about. So Trump rally that just happened, first one of the campaign, re-election, whatever. It was an estimated 800,000 people to 1 million from what I was hearing some of the earlier broadcastings. I listen to Rush Limbaugh every day. Not by choice, but I do. So I heard about this. I have some stuff that I found out on my end, but I want to get your guys' opinions and some of the stuff that you guys know. Ty, go ahead, take it away, because I haven't gone with you first yet.
It reminds me of the time when 50 Cent bought all those concert tickets for Ja Rule, and nobody showed up. I'm like, that is petty. But I love it. I love the energy, and I especially love the energy of this. I'm like, where was my invite at? I would have happily did that. And then he had the nerves to do it in Tulsa. Tulsa is a city in California, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Oklahoma.
Tulsa,
Oklahoma.
It's in Oklahoma.
Tulsa.
It's in Oklahoma.
My bad. Hey, if that's all right, I'm not a geography major. Boom. But still.
You're okay, buddy. Okay.
But still, like, that's so goddamn funny. Homie think he could come on the West Coast, start winning people over? No. No, we don't like you. You idiot.
Well,
God.
Here's the thing. He's got a lot of supporters in Oklahoma, but I think Nancy Pelosi put it best when she said that 6,200 could have been a Zoom meeting. Honestly. That's true.
I mean,
I don't like
Trump has said a lot of controversial stuff over the year. Over this year alone, Trump has single-handedly did a lot of shit. Like, we can't forget that we almost started the year off of World War III. I'm not getting drafted. I don't care. I wasn't planning on it. I was going to be staying in Starbucks, still flipping Frappuccinos while motherfuckers go risk their life for a war that I have nothing to do with. I'm sorry, but man, yeah, I'm rooting for you. Thank you. I hope you stay home too. just use your sick hours.
I can't. I would have had to go. World War III, there's no exception. I would have had to go.
Damn. I would use my sick hours. I got too many of them.
I would have run to Canada. Fuck it.
You don't get sick hours in the military. Not the Marines. You don't get sick hours. They still make you go.
Damn, that's why you take all those vaccines so you don't get sick?
You take them in boot camp. After that, you're fucked.
That's crazy. Do you at least get vacation hours?
They don't give you that. I'm telling you.
That's stupid. That's stupid. I'm glad you out. Well, anyways, back to the main topic at hand. Yeah, that's hilarious. Nobody showed up. Nobody showed up to that useless man's little pep rally or whatever. Man, get the hell out of my face, dog. After what he said about George Floyd, too, and all of the protesters calling us, what do you call us? A bunch of thugs and radicals and whatnot. Man, shut up.
Yeah.
You paid those radical people to go out and burn shit. But that's not the conspiracy.
I believe that. I believe it, though.
I wouldn't be shocked. I'll put it that way. I'm not going to condone it, but I will say I wouldn't be surprised by it.
Thank you, Rob.
Big facts.
As long as we got Rob's approval, we good.
I don't know. I put shit up there that I don't agree with. You guys say wild shit sometimes, and I'll be like, I'll leave it in. I don't agree.
Is that the only thing you leave in?
Us? We would
I leave plenty of things in. Remember the other episode? I was just talking about your penis.
Yes.
He got it. He went there.
But I think if I can speak on it real quick, I just think it bodes well for the election. Like this whole time, I've kind of felt like Trump's gonna get elected again, and I hope I'm wrong. And this was a nice sign to kind of see, to be like, okay, maybe the tide is turning a little bit. Maybe we do have a chance. And I don't love Joe Biden, but I love him a hell of a lot more than I like Trump.
Yeah. It's the better choice of two evils, man.
That's crazy when it comes down to that.
There was a comedian that talked about that. I forget his name. I'll send you guys his name. He's actually pretty funny. But he deals with a lot of hecklers, and he always puts those up on YouTube. And there was one where he did about the election, Hillary Clinton and Trump. And he's like, I didn't like either one, but I'm an adult, so I voted for Hillary. And there's a heckler, why would you vote for her, blah, blah, she rigged this. Like, yeah, I don't like her. I literally just said that. But I'm a fucking adult, and I took my medicine, and I chose her over what we got.
Amen.
Yeah.
And she put it perfectly, but yeah, he's
Amen.
Put it perfectly.
Very
beautiful.
I think the thing that Trump is most worried about now is the fact that people, because of the COVID virus, there will be mail-in votes, and that's where his re-election is fucked. He keeps making constant references to it on Twitter where he says, no, this should be illegal, like this is unconstitutional, it shouldn't happen. Like, dude, you realize that you literally posting this shit on Twitter is just saying voter suppression, let's continue silencing all these fuckers that can't make it to these fucking voting, to the polls and vote. Yeah. In minority areas, you're literally repeating what was going on back in the past when, African Americans got the right to vote.
Yeah,
voter suppression, polls weren't there.
Laws and all that shit.
Yeah. Dude, Trump needs to get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm over that fucking orange, man. Somebody needs to peel his skin back and send him back into the ground.
But he's already laying the groundwork. He's already laying the groundwork to claim that it was rigged with all the mail-in ballots. Because I feel like he knows if he doesn't lose, that it's going to be at least close, right?
Yeah.
And so he's laying the groundwork so that he can tell all of his followers as soon as he's done, hey, no, it was rigged against me. He's not going to lie down and just say, oh, yep, that was fair.
That's how he is. He's never going to admit that he lost fair and square. He's never going to be the kind of guy to be like, you know what, we put up a good fight, but in the end, no, he's always going to have an excuse. He's going to be he's always been the kind of guy like, I win, that's it, no other way around it. And
Trump's gonna be like, I don't understand. I'm a phenomenal president. I'm flawless at what I do. Why didn't anybody vote for me? I just don't understand. This is rigged.
He's gonna bust
my partner Kim Jong-un, after he recovered from his surgery, he rigged this against me. I don't understand why he did such a thing, but I'd like for us to go back and redo this. Please.
Well, you know that surgery was fake, right?
Oh.
Was it really?
Oh.
Yeah, you know,
Oh.
he did that on purpose to find, people who weren't, to find moles within his own group, within his own circle. And when it came out that, there was people who botched the surgery, well, he found out the moles, and I haven't heard of anything since.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was fake.
Huh.
Well,
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yeah, he did that on purpose to find the moles within his group, and he found them.
Not that I support his government, but hey, that's smart.
You gotta give the man credit where credit is due.
Yep.
Yeah, that I definitely will do.
But
I'd pat him on the shoulder and then be like, "Hey, get your shit together."
Before we lose any more time, I do want to bring up what I heard, because I listen to Rush Limbaugh all the time, and my coworker loves Trump and he loves Rush Limbaugh. So before the rally started, I heard my coworker say 800,000, and I was like, "Fuck, that's a lot of people." I was like, "I don't know if that's gonna be enough for a stadium." Like that's. So I looked it up. I was like, you know what? Let me do my own research. So I looked up Oklahoma. The actual population of Oklahoma is 800,000. Exactly 800,000. I was like, all right, that's a lot of people. It's like, but it's gonna be held in Tulsa. So I was like, I don't know if all of Oklahoma is gonna fit in Tulsa, but let's find out. So I looked up the population of Tulsa. It's only 300,000. I was like, somebody's lying here. I don't know who, but somebody's lying here.
This is some fishy work.
There was that many tickets, reserved and sold and whatnot, but it was a prank by a lot of K-pop stars and I think TikTok stars. They overbought all these tickets so that it made it seem like there was like 800,000 people going to the Trump rally. The stadium holds 16,000 people. That's the maximum. There was only 6,000 that went. I was like, what the fuck?
That's hilarious.
That's great.
Trump rally just happened. I just saw my coworker.
Go TikTok.
Today. Not once.
I know, the one time I'm a fan of TikTok today.
Any of the Trump rally. Nothing.
Bet you that was a huge win for you, George.
It was the first time that I did not hear him say anything about the Trump rally. All of a sudden,
dude.
Oh no, there'll be another thing. It'll come up again and whatever. I don't fight it. Just whatever.
Dude, just to be petty,
I was talking about everything else but that.
Just to be petty, I would have been like, so how about that rally, huh? What do you think?
You should have went, bro.
No,
bro.
You should have made it 6,001.
I can imagine Trump being like, well, it was nothing with nothing Democrats out there. Some shit like that with his little bottom lip out.
With his bottom lip out. What bottom lip?
Well, no lip. He's got fucking duck lips, but he's always like.
What does that mean? He still has lips.
It means he's got a fucking beat.
I'm confused.
I don't know. So it means they're really thin. They're really thin. Like there's nothing there.
He said what he said. Get off his nuts.
Okay, Ty, I'm sorry.
I'm with it.
Fuck
Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah,
there you go.
Fuck Donald Trump. Hey.
I'll probably change my profile picture to a rainbow flag with a Mexican flag next to it.
Donald Trump. Hey. But you got to get the modern rainbow flag too that has the black stripe on it because we pride of the LGBTQ community is also supporting Black Lives Matter. So they added the black stripe to their rainbow. Woohoo.
I support it all.
We're all in this together, everyone.
I thought you were gonna keep going. God damn it.
I don't know the rest.
All right. I know it's and we know something. I don't know.
Baby,
we can do it.
Am I the only one that doesn't know where that's from?
You don't know
High School Musical? You intellectual swine.
Yeah. What the hell? How do you not know High School Musical, Chris?
Remember,
you're like somebody who says DACA.
In Chris's defense, his grandpa used to take him to go hunt snakes on his snakes. I don't know why I said snacks. He used to go take him to go hunt snakes on his spare time. So he never had time for Disney.
They used to go hunt snakes for snacks.
Exactly. So, you guys, a lot of things that have been said. I want to focus on decision making. All right. Be somebody who makes all the right decisions for the right reasons, for the right causes. All right. Just like all them TikTok people that motivated people to reserve tickets and then say, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Proud of that. I'm proud of that. Continue to be a part of a wave. What?
Sorry, Robert's out of water.
I got plenty of water. Goodness. No, the point, I am thirsty. The point is continue to be a part of positive movements. All right. Support the LGBTQ community. Support Black Lives Matter. Support Donald Trump not being reelected again. Let's all do things that's going to make a better impact for our future. We are the future, y'all. That's why I got to go out there and vote so you can wear your sticker with pride.
Go out there and march.
But
yes.
before you go to vote, make sure you plan and do some research. Like, actually fucking look up the people who are running. Because if you don't, and you just go out there and vote like a dumbass, you know, you're probably going to elect the wrong people. Also, don't vote for Jackie Lacey. Fuck that bitch. She's my boss, but I don't care.
Right. Or get you a Chris, because he's going to do all the research for me.
Yeah.
True. I was actually gonna look it up right now and do my fucking plan.
We ain't got that type of time right now, Chris. No,
I do.
With that being said, it's been time.
Chris.
Batman.
We love you, Batman. We really do. We goddamn love you. You've been served, you guys. Drink good, drink plenty of water, and then I lost my bottle.
Your bottle's right in front of you.
No, I lost this bottle, but now I found. It's like, damn, am I drunk already? Like, I can't be drunk already. Goddamn,
probably
lightweight
tequila.
That's crazy.